All right, this is from Tom Argue. Where do all the unicorns live, and where is the pod gold? Hey guys, this is Tara and Brenton from Forza Tuning and Performance, and we are going to go through some of the questions you guys submitted on our social media platforms. I'm just going to read a couple off, and Brenton's going to answer them for you. This question is from Crazy Car Grandpa. Who markets the 4-link, and is it bolt-on or is fab and welding required? I understand the exhaust has to be modified, just curious about the 4-link itself.
We market the 4-link actually. We work with Acme. They're based out of North Carolina. They're the ones that actually manufactured it. It's a completely modular unit, which means it requires no cutting, welding, grinding of the body. It's completely reversible. So what you do is you unbolt the stock subframe and you bolt this unit in its place. It accepts the stock differential, brakes, axles, and drive shaft, or you can opt for an aftermarket drive shaft. It will accept aftermarket axles like the DSS or the G-Force. It doesn't, require any differential bracing because the 4-link unit braces the differential itself. You can also run like a billet housing differential. We have a billet forward 9-inch that's not the DSS one or anything like that. It'll accept that. It's a little bit different setup in it, but it'll work. And it will also easily accept a 15-inch brake conversion. Since it uses the stock brakes, the same 15-inch conversion adapters will work on the 4-link, and then you put your rotors and calipers on. It's actually much easier to do it with that than on an independent rear suspension that comes in the car, because you don't have to deal with all the other control arms. So since it replaces the subframe, the exhaust routing just has to be changed a little bit, which is why you saw that in the video. So just reroute it. It's got cutouts in it, and other than that, it's completely reversible.
All right, this next question is associated with the 4-link, so I'm going to ask this one right after. So this is L1.Cappy. In what way does the 4-link suspension change the ride?
So I did a video, I'll try to have a link it here, where I explained it in detail. I kind of wrote out how a 4-link suspension works and why you would want it. Just regularly driving around town, it doesn't really drive that much different. So it has the solid arms with the heim joints in the back, so that is going to give it a little bit more of a stiff ride, but not because of the 4-link, just because of those arms. If you put those same type of arms on an independent rear suspension car, it would ride the same way. So just normal around town driving, I can tell it drives a little bit different. I can't pinpoint like how to describe or what it would be like. If you didn't drive the cars all the time, I don't think you'd ever notice that it had that in there. On a track, obviously, traction is going to be much better. So as far as handling characteristics, the rear end is going to be planted to the ground much more firmly, as opposed to wanting to get sideways as easily.
All right, the next one is from Alpha Craig 1. Is there a cut limit on mileage for a safe Stage 4 tune-up?
So I'm guessing the Stage 4 tune-up, he's probably talking about the package.
Yeah,
performance
I'm
package.
assuming.
I don't have a real set in stone answer for that. 50,000 miles could be 50,000 miles completely babied, or somebody could drive the shit out of it for 50,000 miles and the engine's going to be, that's two totally different things to compare. The more miles are on the engine, the more wear it's going to have, obviously. just putting the package on your engine itself is not going to, that in and of itself is not going to wear the engine or the components anymore. That's how you drive the car with those components on there. So I guess that would just require just kind of like on an on basis, type thing. If, an older guy had it that really took good care of it, then it's going to be fine. If a kid had it and he's dogging the shit out of it or not keeping up on maintenance, then, it's probably not going to be as smart of a decision.
Yeah. All right, this is from, I don't know. This is the one I think I'm going to spell. It's Suvam. I don't know if it's Suvam de Beta. Why does this guy kind of look like the Undertaker?
Undertaker? I don't know. I don't know if I'm the Undertaker. Is he older than me? Younger?
I imagine older.
Well, I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Maybe tattoos or something.
And you used to have long hair, so
yeah,
you'd look even more like him.
Yeah, when I had long hair, I would get asked all the time if I was a wrestler. No, I'm not.
All right, this is from Bat3 Unit. I'm doing a Hellcat swap on my 300. What performance parts do you recommend instead of Hellcat OEM parts?
Well, probably just the same type of things that like we'd put on one of our normal packages. So if you're gonna have the engine out, I would definitely do a ATI lower pulley and pin the crankshaft. Headers, that would be a good time if you're gonna do headers because the engine's gonna be out. You might as well put that stuff on there. You can basically get the breakdown of what we do in at least our packages, not our custom builds, but our packages on our website. So. Yeah, so that type of stuff, you're already going to have the engine out, so labor on most of that stuff is going to be very minimal. As far as the supercharger stuff, the stage 4 stuff, you could do that or you could wait. There's not really a whole lot of labor to remove the supercharger with the engine in the car or with it out of the car. So you could, if you didn't want to spend that money at that point in time, you could easily do that later without paying any real overlap labor to speak of.
Yeah. All right, this is from Tom Argue. Where do all the unicorns live, and where is the pot of gold?
I don't know. They're not here. There's no unicorns or gold here.
No. There is fairy tales here.
Yeah. False promise.
There's hopes and fairy tales here.
Yeah.
So.
Love is clean and love is pure. And love is a thing that no doctor can cure. And love is a
All right, party people, we're loving all the questions you're sending us. Keep them coming. We love all the viewership. Check us out on all the platforms. Enjoy your day.
reach out and touch your musical sound. No matter you're young or old, God let the good time roll. But until you say
This is how a Ferrari Testarossa looks on the road.